you there. Thank you for watching, and welcome to Forge Lines Forever. Today, I have a 5v5 custom match here on the most amazing Neuroxys map generator. So let's go ahead and introduce our teams and our players, starting off with Team 1 here in the northwest section of the map, ending with Team 2 in the southeast. Let's start with the northeasternmost player on Team 1. It is Puck. He is going Cybern first land in Chevy Crimson. He is the highest rated player in the game and on Team 1 at 2200. To his west in glow in the dark green, it is Scuzz going first land as a Seraphim. He is a 1500. And again, he is in glow in the dark green. In the regular slot here for their team, it is Wisteria May. Wisteria, yeah, going first land as a Seraphim. He is a 1400, and again, he is in amethyst purple. In the middle, we have orange player of Love Me Some Rice going first land as a UEF. He is a 1600, probably going second land as well. And I do love me some rice, to be fair. So that I had some yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. So it was really yummy. Anyways, down in the southwest player on Team 1 to introduce, we have Wetman. Maybe he is just got out of the shower or the pool or something. Going first land, second air as a Cybern. He is in Pac-Man Yellow, and he is the lowest rated player in the game and on Team 1 at an 1100. So for Team 1 side of things, for their racial makeup, they have 1 UEF, 2 Seraphim, and 2 Cybern. No Aeon for Team 1. Starting off with the southernmost player opposite Puck is Puck Jr. He is already on the move here, moving to the middle. He is in royal blue, going first land, second air as a Cybern. He is a 1200, and again, he is in royal blue. In the east, we have Arane. Yep, that sounds about right. Going first and second land as a Cybern. He's moving to the west. He is a 1700, and again, he is in ruby red. In the regatta slot here for his team, we have Alemotola going first land, second air as a Seraphim. He is in rust, a 1300, and again, he is going Seraphim. To his north in Barbie Pink, we have Bellaone. For some reason, that always messes me up. He's going first land, second land, third air as the first, and I think only Aeon. No, there's another Aeon in this game. First Aeon to be introduced in this game. He is in Barbie Pink, and he is a 1600. And last but not least, here in this little body of water here in the northeast, we have the Imperial Great player of Yoji going first land, second land, third air, fourth, and fifth land. He is a 2000 rated player, the highest rated player for his team. And again, he is in Imperial Gray. Let's take a look at Reclaim before all of our players scoop it all up. And for 10 players on the map, we have only 5,000 reclaim, maybe 6, maybe. So even if it was 6, that's only 600 mass per person. That is not a lot of mass. That's very, very low average. So not really a whole lot to fight over. Let's take a look at the mass points. There is 2 Giant Mechs positions in the northeast that are actually already being fought over between Yoji and the forces of Puck. We do have Puck still in his base in the northeast, but he's also getting another Trimex. So these corner players have a lot of Mechs expansions to go after, high-valued ones. We do have a couple of Trimexes for, I think, everyone else as well. Maybe the air player will get some handed over to him. There is a nice little kind of corner in the west side of the map. You could easily defend this. There is a tiny little bit of water on both sides of these Trimex positions, so a little bit of hiding. But I think most of the hiding will happen either in this pond or in the very edge of the map. And that is it. So it's going to be more focused on upgrading your mechs, more focused on getting, of course, those RASCOMs, those mass FAF farms out early, being able to establish the eco very, very quickly. I would love to just solidify this and just keep it as just mass per second versus reclaim and mass in storage. I mean, some of those, information is nice to have at times, but it's not super important. So I know there's a way to lock it for, I think, 20 or 30 seconds, but there's no way to lock it permanently. So if anybody does know of a way, let me know. I would love to modify the Supreme Scoreboard mod, but I have no idea what I'd be doing with it. So If anybody does, please let me know, and maybe that'd be an update for the future, whoever has developed that mod, question mark. Anyway, in the middle, we do have the comms of Team 1 and 2 meeting in the southwest section of the map, south of this little dual mountain plateau thingamajiggy. Kind of looks like a like binoculars or something. It's kind of what it reminds me of. These are the two eye sockets, and then it's kind of like the ridge for, you know, connecting the two together. We do see it's going to be kind of a 2v1 scenario here. So it's Scuzz and Love Me Some Rice versus Renee, and then we do have Wetman versus Puck Jr. Puck Jr. is moving eastward to help assist his teammate. It will create a nice power vacuum if Wetman is able to utilize it to his advantage. We do see gun and range going down here for Yoji very early at, well, not super early, but kind of early at 6 minutes. Okpuk is traversing eastward, so while one comm goes on the southern side of the little pond here, the other comm goes on the north side. We should see kind of like a yin-yang situation going on here in the northeast. Again, the highest rated players in the game are going to be fighting one another. So we'll see a lot of aggression, a lot of early action, a lot of craziness. And if you watched yesterday's video, man, like first 20, even if you don't watch the whole video, first 20 minutes of that video, or that game, oh, it's just, Chef's Kiss was just amazing. Crazy stuff happens. It's great. Maybe you'll watch the rest of it after watching it. Who knows? But I would recommend at least the first 20 minutes. We do see the combo of Veloone on the front line by himself. His mirror of Scuzz has actually gone southward. So it does give him a nice ability to just push further a little bit more than he probably would be able to normally. We do see, of course, the comm is pushing back those units for Okpuk. Okpuk is retreating in the face of T2 Blazes now being thrown on this eastern side. He knows he can't really fight against those, and he's also trying to stop any incoming incursions. There's already a T2 Blaze back here, and there's another one running along the water, so he has to worry about this. He is a Cybran, doesn't have a lot of floating technology. The Aeon has lots of floating tech in with the Seraphim, so using that to his advantage there. Good job on Yoji for that faction advantage. Speed going down there for Velarone. Aranea going down for speed and range. Same here with Scuzz. And I think that's all the upgrades. The air players, it looks like, are both in their respective slots. Both have gone T2 air. One is upgraded to T3 as we speak. The other one almost on par, so almost step for step here. Essentially, most of the forward momentum for Team 2 is on this eastern side against Okpuk. Okpuk is far away from the front line here, at least this front line. And we do see, of course, Yoji pushing him with a lot of T2 Blazes. He rushed T2. That has given him a huge advantage in pushing back his opponent. He wants to keep him contained, Okpuk specifically. Speed and range going down here for Okpuk. He wants to get that upgrade on board. There are engineers coming in to get a mechs, but those will be killed off by those Blazes. Trying to defend. He does have some jesters, those Team 1 gunships that will be able to help a decent amount. All Team 2's Yoji has to do is just produce a couple of T2 AA flak, and that's essentially it to deal with those gunships. He is going to fall back a little bit and is producing a T1 AA turret as we speak. A PD. T2 AA. They're not point defense. I guess they're turrets. I guess with I'm used to calling everything essentially in FAF turrets and everything. That's right, PD and everything kind of else and other media and video games turrets, but in this regard, it is named a turret, so I can't use that name appropriately. But the Jesters have fallen back and are going to push against the Blazes in the east. Engineers trying to get some T1 mexes to jumpstart Yoji's eco. He is sitting at 65. Okpuk is sitting at 43. He's by and large almost 1.5 times his mass per second, giving him a nice advantage. We do see that 3-2 comm advantage starting to hem in Team 2 on this western side. So Team 1 is winning the western side. Team 2 is winning not necessarily the eastern side or this middle edge, but at least the eastern side definitely winning. More gunships being brought forth. He's trying to stave off all that incoming threat. He is dealing with a Blaze in the rear, which is very bad because this is his core mass. He wants to keep these T2 mechs is online. Blazes are being dealt with pretty quickly due to these Jesters. They have 1,100 hit points. Their damage isn't great, but it's, again, better than nothing. Blaze is actually just going to traverse westward, and maybe we'll see some spilling into Scuzz's infrastructure. That's going to suck for him. And Okpuk really suffering right now. Lots of mechs is going down. Lots of Team 1 and Team 2 have already gone down. You can just see the influence that Yoji has on this eastern side. All this gray just moving its way northward. Okpuk is in a bad way. He needs to get some defenses. He needs to go after a calm. He needs to do something. Team 1 point defense coming in to assist with defenses of Yoji's calm. He does have speed and range. Doesn't have advance, but does have 2 of the 3 upgrades. Speed and range going down here for Puck Jr. in the south. And RNA is in the east retreating. There are a decent amount of T1 tanks here in the form of these strikers. A lot of Mantis and the Calm definitely will side with Team 2. The Calm of Puck Jr. is rooted to spot on an upgrade. We'll have to cancel and retreat in the face of that gun Calm coming out from Scuzz. We, of course, see Wetman with his Calm. But RNA does have a rank of veterancy. Will give a nice little boost to hit points and recoverability with his HP. The Calm of Love Me Some Rice has fallen back. And the Calm of Velarone is very far forward. A lot of Jesters now going after him. He's taken a lot of hits. Lots of interceptors here for Team 1's Okpuk. So throwing his Jesters on the front lines while he's dealing with a lot of stuff here. The Calm of Team 1's Airplay of Wisteria May. And RNA gets defeated by Wetman in the north. A 2v1 scenario there. And Velarone is dropping into the red, sub 2,000 hit points. And that Calm of Wisteria trying to kill him off, but he's being assaulted by T2 Blazes and other units. The shield comes in clutch here for Velarone. That Asylum trying to stave off that incoming firepower. And now Wisteria May has retreated as well. Team 1 is in the lead at 5v4. Almost got another kill, but I was focused on this drop. And I felt like Team 2's player of RNA should have fallen back by them, but I guess not. We see Puck Jr. getting handed over everything. Couple of strap bombers over the middle. I saw them. Oh, they're right here. Okay, I was wondering where they went. The combo with Wisteria May is kind of on its own. It is going to get a transport and retreat. Would be a good opportunity to see that bomber be used to go after somebody. We have Love Me Some Rice down in the yellow. Wisteria May down in the low yellow. It looks like that bomber. Where is it going? It's going in deep. Team 1, do you have any air superiority fires? There is one. T2 bomber inbound taking out some nice P-gens. Actually just takes out the E-storages and the hydrocarbon, but pings go down for that bomber. I don't think that bomber's going to get a lot of work, unfortunately. Air superiority fighters are on their way to the west, and they will intercept Team 1's air forces as well. Team 2's player Velarone getting the shield upgrade. Very good choice, is being shielded by shields. Definitely assist with that. And Wisteria has actually fallen back here to the east to help assist Okpuk in defenses. We do see some T2 PD. The Cerberus still tickle machines in the east. And that bomber, is it? I don't know what's going on off screen. It's kind of hard to see, but it maybe looks like that bomber was taken out. Yes, it's right here. Yeah, that looks like that bomber, yeah. If that was a mass, that definitely seems right. But those look like Team 1 comes out ahead. I think just that hydrocarbon was lost, and I think a couple of those T1 facilities were control K'd. But the push in the south is starting to really just hamper Team 2's ability to really move on this western side. 2 comms, 2 veterancy on him, 3 veterancy on Wetman. Lots of T1 spam in the form of Mantis. They could swarm these comms. Scuzz needs to keep retreating, though, in the face of all of those tanks. Even though he has 2 veterancy, it will, 1,000 of anything will kill anything. So he's just got to be aware of that in the southwest. We do see in the east, Yoji has been pushed back, at least in this northeast corner. He's keeping this Trimex position, and he's not giving it up without a fight. Does look like he has taken some damage and will fall into the water for now. Maybe that was done to Wisteria May. He's taken some damage as well. Lots of gunships kind of just hanging about. Team 2's player of Yoji has to be aware of that. Does have a lot of AA with thistles nearby, so being able to take out those thistles very quickly. And we do see, of course, Team 1's forces now coming in to kind of hold up that gap that was formed earlier on with Love Me Some Rice going south. He does have T2 and guns, so he's going to start fire basing and building some PD for defenses. And again, we have seen the comms in the south drop back a significant amount, but Scuzz, again, at 2 veterancy, trying to get a 3rd one. We do see Wetman at 3 and almost halfway to a 4. And of course, T3 Air has already been established earlier on, as mentioned, with that Strat Bomber and ASFs. Don't think either player is going for Strat Bombers anymore. Time for the early Bombers kind of on. I mean, you could justify maybe going over here with it, but the ASFs could easily respond. They're hanging out in the middle, so they can respond one way or the other. It is risky. Going for Strat Bombers essentially means you want the kill on something at this point, which for Team 1 probably Wisteria would be the prime target. That is the air player as well, kind of just disrupting that that APM and whatnot. Okpuk would probably get handed over that, but it would still take a minute to recoup that loss. Let Me Surmise is, again, just, you know, fire basing and moving forward with he's PD creeping as well. Had some TMD as well, being able to stave off any incoming enemy missiles, so definitely good thinking on that front. Now this position has been completely cut off from the rest of the Puck Junior forces. I keep wanting to say Okpuk down here because he has Puck as his first part of his username. But it does look like just Scuzz is going to go. That should give him enough veterancy to get up to 3. You do see the comm of Wetman falling back as well. So Team 1 is falling back, but they've done a decent blow to Team 2's eco in terms of Puck Junior. In terms of totals, we have Team 2 at almost 600 and Team 1 at about 550 roughly. Both the comms here for Okpuk and Okpuk and Yoji are engaging. And Yoji is at shield, gun, and gun range and speed. And a lot of blazes come in and just fire plasma after plasma into the back of that comm. Both comms are now just going to sit under the water. Torp launcher is going to be established. I think he's just going to go this way and go around and call it a good day. But now the forces are moving north. These forces to the west here for Team 1 Scuzz need to come in and intercept these blazes. Pings go down, and the comm for Wisteria needs to come and retreat. He's doing that as we speak. We can see these units are being pinged, transferred over to Wisteria so he can micro them a lot better out from Scuzz. And it was nice to have some teammate build some units for you. Those blazers go, that's probably not a good idea, so I'm just going to retreat. We have a chariot nearby, and T1 Torp launchers trying to force back the comm of Okpuk. Now, what is the range on these things? It's actually a decent range for sonar and torpedoes. Torp him. There's Team 2 somebody. But he will now retreat as well in the face of that. Takes out that chariot. Ooh, that's got to hurt. It's only T1, so it's not too bad. But still, losing a transport always hurts. That's a vehicle that units could use to carry themselves across the map. But in the east, Team 1 and T2 forces, we have some those Ilshis coming out here from Okpuk. Maybe those were handed over. Maybe he built his own facilities. And it looks like those were handed over. That would definitely help his front line pushing on the eastern side. Of course, the Ilshis and the Obsidians in this game are the T2.5 units in this game. I don't think I've seen any other T2 unit really do as much work as those two do. Of course, the Obsidians, the heavy tanks, those shielded tanks, and of course the Ilshi mini chicken walkers is essentially what they look like. The design, I love the design. I think it's one of the reasons I like them, just because their design is so wonky. It looks like they're walking backwards, especially because you feel like their arms should be facing the other way. But it's a cool design. I love it. I think it's personally, I think it's one of my favorite designs in FAF. But anyway, we do see the comms of Team 1's Okpuk and Wisteria grabbing this T3 mechs, this tri-mechs position, 3 mechs position in the east. We have seen, again, Team 1 has issued a retreat order. They've established a forward operating base here. But a lot of T3 bricks are going to just chew through these T2 and T1 units. We do see a couple of loyalists in there, but not really a whole lot. We'll give the advantage to Puck Jr. He does have 2 base eco, to be fair. So he's able to jumpstart that eco, at least for a little bit. We do see Alamotola very far forward in his team, 213 versus the air players 200. So he has a slight advantage in that. But Team 1 has actually grabbed the lead from Team 2 in terms of mass per second at 750 versus 690. So they've jumped more than 100 mass. They were down 50 or 60, and now they're up 60. That's a decent chunk to be up. We do see Scuzz get defeated on that western side here by Brick Forces. Looks like he was trying to retreat, but those bricks fell back and killed him off. I did mention Team 1, he should have followed the retreat order and moved back, but maybe he was busy managing something else up here, whatever the case may be. But in terms of transfer, Akpuck gains everything that Scuzz had, and now it's a 4v4. And it does look like Team 1's Love Me Some Rice is being swarmed by T2 Obsidians and a bunch of Harbingers. Bellarone has the shield upgrade, the range and speed, not the advanced range. He will be forced back. Does look like Bellarone might push, but a nice overcharge takes out 2 Harbingers. That's a great grab, and now Bellarone will scoop up all of that mass thing. It is mine now. There are some Titans nearby to help assist in defenses. But I would prefer Obsidians. I would prefer Percy's because Percy's deal more damage. But of course, that's just me. Yoji has reclaimed this position once again, and it's a constant back and forth on this northeastern side. Akpuck gets it, and then Bellarone gets it. Not Bellarone, sorry. Yoji gets it, and then Akpuck gets it again. And now we have Harbingers assaulting the front lines. Ilshi's coming in for defenses. The Cerberus don't do a whole lot. The Ilshis actually do more damage, I think, in the long and short term. But one tickle PD is not really enough to really warn about. And with Blazes as well, we do see Bricks coming in to assist defenses. Not really a lot on this eastern side. We do see the Com retreating to intercept those as well. And we do have Wisteria now kind of occupying kind of the mid-east position over here. Now that we see that Love Me Some Rice has fallen behind. Building more PD behind himself to retreat to. Definitely a good move there. There is a sniper bot, a couple of sniper bots shooting at his back. He does not love that. Dropping into the yellow. And he's got to move. He's got to get out of range. He does not want to suffer the death of 1,000 snipes. But we do see Bellarone shooting a little bit into his back, just trying to force him back a little bit. We do have a couple of PD going to force him back as well. So it's just, again, it's a lot of poking and a prodding. It's not really a whole lot of one way or the other, but we do see Team 2, again, a little bit moving forward in their direction in terms of gaining more map control. And now the eastern side being very plump with a bunch of forces, Authams and Bricks now rushing for defenses. Ilshi's coming in to assist, and I think it's just going to be Ilshi's all day. He may just go Bricks for Cybran, and then everything else is Seraphim might be his game here, which I don't blame him there. Authams and Bricks are great together. Bricks and anything are great together, to be fair. You know, Bricks and Harbingers, Bricks and Percy's, Bricks and Authams. You know, Bricks and Authams also both have torpedoes, so it's really good for taking out units in the water. You have Percy's, which are really good at high alpha damage, the first hit, and then Bricks are good for that constant damage. And the same kind of can be said for Harbingers. Harbingers have the engineering suite on board, which means they can scoop up reclaim, which is very useful, especially when you're constantly pushing forward and falling back and trying to scoop up reclaim and denying it for your opponent. But that Titan just gets eviscerated by Team 2 and 3 forces, Harbingers and Blazes alike. The forces from Yoji have come and assisted. It's opened a little bit of a gap here. But Team 1's Akpuck doesn't have anything to push us, which means all these forces will again push back Love Me Some Rice once again. We see a piercing attack, piercing attack, not pincering. Piercing attack coming in from Team 2's Puck Jr. We do see Bricks in defense, but there's a lot more Bricks here for Team 2. We do see Percy's in the north as well, but still that's a lot of Bricks and tanks and rhinos, and I think there's some Mantis in there as well. Lots of units here on this western side. Don't see a lot of AA. Kind of a missed opportunity in that front, at least for some bangers or bouncers. At least bangers. Bouncers are great. They're the best T3, AA. Not the best T3 AA, but mobile unit. But, it's better than nothing. That attack does keep moving northward, and the ASF fight does commence over the top of this mountain double binocular thingamajiggy. Akpuck, I think, has built the first experimental at 23 minutes in this game. It's over here. It is a chicken. Not built a monkey, very interestingly. He built a chicken. Attack in the east commencing once again, and all these forces have just gone, it's fine, and just left. And these forces out from Yoji are, again, still pushing in. But that first chicken on the front lines being thrown at the enemy will definitely disrupt those front lines in favor of Team 1. Let me know down in the comments who you think going to currently win. Again, both teams are at 1,000 mass, even pretty much. Both teams have 4 players left. Team 1 has lost Scuzz at 1500. Team 2 has lost Arene a 1700. Map control is in favor of Team 2. I'd say about 60-40 at most, if not 55-45, because we see a little bit of a bulge here and we see a little bit of a bulge there. But again, let me know down in the comments. Hit that sub button, hit that like button. Again, like I said earlier, check out yesterday's video as well. First 20 minutes, definitely worth your time. Trust me, it's a really good game. Really good. I was very surprised with what happened, especially at minute like 18, I think is when it really just climaxed. It was really great. Anyway, I cannot chill it more. We do see those sniper bots having to retreat in the face of that chicken, and that chicken is inbound and wants some blood. We do have some serenties in here. Titans coming in to go after those sniper bots. They get one of them. We do see some artillery shells firing off in multiple directions going after those Titans. Ooh, almost kills off the Titan right there. But doesn't hit the mark just perfectly. We do see these Perseus having to retreat. That Titans are coming in to try to slow down these Harbingers and other units, but now the chicken has come into range, and he is going to stomp the competition here at 44 minutes in this game. Serenity's still trying to fire backwards, which I can probably attest to. Firing backwards is very difficult, you know, especially when you're trying to go one. It's like trying to back up in a car and also look forward without a backup camera. It's very difficult. You're just like sitting there and being like, okay, I guess I'll just go backward and hope. Kind of that sort of thing. I have not fired a firearm backwards. That is very dangerous. You should not be doing that unless you are a trained professional. I know there was some like shooting show a couple years ago where like they do tricks and stuff like that, but those are trained professionals. Would not recommend that in any degree. But I have shot a gun, multiple guns before. Very fun. Go to the range, whether it be outdoor is better because you don't have to wear earmuffs as much and a lot better environment and whatnot. But you know, indoor is also fun. If you haven't shot them, I would highly recommend it. Go with one of your friends. You can rent guns at a gun range, so you don't have to buy a gun. Everybody should do it. It's very fun. Just don't do it in a sandstorm, because I tried to do that once. Well, we went there and the sandstorm happened and we tried to fire. It just wasn't. We just sat in our car being like, I just want to go home. So we went back later, but it's just not an enjoyable experience. And you had to clean your guns more. It was just not a great environment. But there are some mercies over here. Very interesting. I haven't seen mercies in ages, because they changed the mercies around. If you haven't played FAF in a while, they changed them from single fire targets to kind of an AoE spread. So instead of it being like a mercy snipe, you'd have to have a lot more mercies to mercy snipe. But nowadays, so it's kind of a missed thing now. I mean, they're not the best unit. They essentially got nerfed, and ever since they got nerfed, they're almost not really worth it. We do see Team 2 has built 2 Colossus, 1 each for the Aeon players. The chicken goes, well, nope, I'm good. I don't want to be crushed to death by a laser, face laser at that, so I'm out. I did see a drop in from Yoji up to the north. Looks like there was a brick hanging out. I think that was a brick. There was something up there, and it was being shot at by some artillery. You see a Team 1 mech kind of just hanging out up here. Does look like Team 1 does have a Awasa. There it is. Awasa. There was somebody in yesterday's video that was like, please pronounce it correctly. This is how you pronounce it. So hopefully Awasa, I'm able to pronounce it in this game. Thank you to that commenter. I don't remember your name off the top of my head, but appreciating you. They did UH and then was and then saw. So that I just kept saying Awasa, because I keep putting an H at the end of it. So I'm combining its nickname with its actual name. So Awasa. Yeah. So if it sounds weird, it's because I'm forcing the pronunciation. But that Awasa is inbound and will drop for this brick force. And oh, that's gonna hurt. Oh, ASFs do come in at the last second. ASFs for Team 1 are out of position. That bomber will be killed off almost instantaneously, but most of those bricks were killed off. One of them does survive, and it does look like Team 1 does keep air. It's gonna be close. The turns. Oh, favor. Oh, kind of trickery going on. We do have some interceptors coming in for kind of, not bullet sponges, but cannon fodder. Oh, that's a lot of fire. Let's see. Is it? I'd say even. I'd say it's even. That's a good kind of. It's not one way or the other. I have that song in my head for a little bit. I'm not going to sing it because I do not sing, or at least I do not sing well. So for those who that do know what song I'm talking about, I'm not gonna do it. Nope. Nope. We do see Okpuk has nano and gun, so being able to protect his common. He is moving. Oh, I thought he was moving. He was going westward. I feel like this position, at least to fall back to, is definitely better. He has built a nuke, and it's almost loaded. 29 minutes in this game. Does Team 2 have a response to it? Does Team 2 even know about it? Team 2 does know about it, but they have a response about it? In the east, there's no SMD. He will honestly, good target. Ooh, there isn't a Apocalypse nuke launcher down here. Does Team 1 know about it? They do know about it. I don't know if they pinged it. Where is that nuke going, though, is the question. Going into the rear for the air grade. Yes, it is. There is another nuke launcher back here with the nukes. It is going to be a nukening this game. Team 1 does not have any SMD loaded, or even online for that matter. No SMD loaded. And Team 2 has none either, so this nuke is going to land first nuke. 30 minutes almost on the dot in this game. And this nuke launcher, a lot of the engineers look like they're just going to sit there and keep building. And that is going to hurt the comm of LA. Motola is retreating. Engineers trying to get it out dodge, but that is too late, my friends. And that air grid is going to go up in Smoke's call. Boom! Takes out almost everything. A couple pigeons, a couple of T3 air facilities. But the headquarters are down. Stops the production of new ASFs or other T3 units. And so that will definitely slow down the ASF rise for Team 2. Probably Strat, second nuke. You can win air soon, says Scuzz. I mean, the ASF are sitting around this position, and a lot more engineers are being thrown against this nuke. They want to load it as fast as they can. Okpuk has taken back the reins of the game. The SMD is loaded. They're actually stopping the assistance of that first nuke. 87,000 mass killed. The question is, can he load it faster than the nuke over here loads? And honestly, so it's halfway done. I wish they gave you a percentage. I wish they, if there is a mod that can tell me the percentage on the yellow bar, the loading or the building, I would love that. Whatever mod it is, please let me know. If does exist one, I would love it. Because trying to judge it sometimes is difficult. Oh, but it is building faster. So if Team 2's Yoji launches the nuke against Team 1's nuke of Okpuk, I think it won't. No, that SMD is definitely going to load. Even if there was even more build power on this, by the time it would launch and fly over there, I think it should load. This should load. Oh yeah, that's gonna load. Oh yeah, there is an SMD back here as well. That one already has one loaded, so he'll be protected there. And now we see a Colossus on the front line. There's a lot of Perseus here and Titans. Titans outnumber the Perseus quite handedly. With 2 Colossus charging, that might have been the one from Yoji, I would assume. And those units are just retreating. They're not going to face the 2 Colossus. They need more support. There are more Perseus inbound. We have gunships over here to the north. These Volthu is pretty cheap. We have port bombers just in case. And they're, oh no, he's over here. So the 2 Colossus and the third one in the east. SMD is about to load, and now he goes, nah, it's enough. It's fine. And then we'll hyperfixate on building the nuke. Does look like the SMD is not loaded as well. So this nuke, if it lands where I think it's going to land, Team 1 will have an advantage, especially when he just said, nah, it's fine. It loaded enough. And it might, honestly, almost load faster. I should just split, huh? Okay, so we'll just go over here. We'll split. We'll look at this for a little bit. Well, actually, we'll look at, go over here. We'll look at this and see when it, okay, it is loaded. And we'll see the fight going on in the middle. Apologies for all of the little icons, but we have 2 Colossus running around the map. The nuke hasn't been launched yet. We have gunships inbound here for Team 1's airplay of Wisteria going after the first Colossus. A lot of those units here for Team 1's Love Me Some Rice, Orange Blair. And we have piercing attacks coming in here from these Harbingers. There is a monkey nearby that will take most of the units out fairly quickly. Team 1 bombers being spammed up. The nuke still is not... Oh, there it is. The launch has commenced. Launching has commenced. And where are you going is the question. The nuke has launched. It is going for the nuke launcher for Team 1. But Team 1's nuke launcher launched at the same time. So even if they killed it off, it doesn't even matter. It's actually going after this position. That SMD is not loaded. That's a missed opportunity to kill off the nuke launcher. But honestly, I mean, they want to alleviate the western side a little bit. The SMD will block that nuke. You can see 2 nukes on the cards here. And the Colossus are actually retreating and intercepting the forces on the western side. There are bricks and Percy's here, so it might be enough to kill one of these, but 2 lasers and 4 suction arms are not great. We do see another piercing attack coming out from Team 2's player of Yoji going after that nuke launcher specifically. He needs some defenses. He has an SMD. The SMD, of course, did shoot the nuke down. The first Colossus is down. All that Percy fire constantly just hammering this Colossus, dropping its hit points down to 30,000, 20,000, 10,000, and it's dead. This attack peters out for the most part. And this attack, I think we can go back to single screen and go over in the west. That attack is pretty much gone. We do see these Harbingers are actually avoiding the nuke launcher. The Calm is nearby and trying to defend itself. Those little E2 port bombers have been eradicated. Now they're building a chicken. That's going to be great for defense. SMD not loaded as of yet. And this attack is being hemmed in by T1 Tort Bombers. T1 bombers. And it does look like maybe those Tort bombers did get out of range, at least the rest of them. Akpuk is retreating in the face of those Harbingers, but the chicken will clean up very quickly. He's dropped into the yellow, but he should be fine. He's gained another veterancy, so 10,000 mass killed on that. Calm Harbingers in. Getting into those engineers, trying to target a T3 Mechs. Will not kill it off, just due to the amount of firepower, and will stave off that enemy attack. That was huge for Team 1. They killed 2 Colossi. They not only saved their nuke, but took out this base, and also, kaboom, took out this base here for Puck Jr. Game did pause there for a second. Air grid being reestablished the southeast here for Team 2's air player of Ale Motola. And the second nuke for Team 2's player of Yoji is almost done. A lot more shielding to protect it, protect against strat snipes, and 1 SMD has loaded now. So Team 2 has defenses. I understand. I don't know. It's kind of, you would think you would target the air player and the other nuke, but maybe they thought the SMD was already loaded, which it wasn't. But you know, hindsight and pause and full vision and all that. SMD is not loaded. Is definitely risky to not load this thing. The nuke launcher in the rear is loading. Actually, not too bad. No SMD, says RNA. Oh, in this position in the west end. Oh, no, it's right here. And it is loaded. Oh, RNA on Team 2 is like, does Team 1 have an SMD? And there is. Sending to Wister anyways, says, love me some rice. There isn't an... Oh, there's an SMD, and it is loaded. So every base on Team 1 does have an SMD. Actually, Octpucks does have it. Okay, it's just kind of hid by all those engineers. The one in the rear does load as well. So this nuke, if it goes after any position, essentially that's a main base, will die. Will not work. Do we have anything else in the rear? There is a washer being built in the north. Awasa. There we go. See, I did it again. Awasa is being built. Just more ASFs. And looks like there's Volthus too in the mix as well. And a lot more assistance on that E3 SMD. Let's see. Both teams at 1.7k mass totals, doing very well, keeping pace with one another. Yoji is the leader here for Team 2. Team 1's is Okpuk at 500, and then Wisteria May, it looks like he might having some power issues or something. Are you having power issues, or you just, is that reclaim? Oh, no, he is having power issues, so that's probably why he's going up and down constantly. We do have a couple of chickens pushing that eastern side for Okpuk. There is 1 Colossus, but 2 chickens, 1 Colossus. Definitely will pick the chicken any day of the week. For some reason, those Ion Storms love the Colossus, so they just annihilate its hit points. Shields now being established around that SMD. Very smart move there. We'll probably see another SMD around this one, but a second nuke already half loaded here for Team 2's Yoji. And one nuke is ready to go here for Team 1's Akbuk. More chickens being thrown at the front lines, and will force back the army just a little bit. Team 2 looks like they're slightly ahead on the eco side of things, but again, slightly ahead is definitely the comment there, because it's not super far one way or the other. The Awasa is almost done. See him get better at it. Akbuk builds another chicken. And it just loves chicken today. I don't know what it is, but maybe you should get those chicken and rice. That sounds pretty good. I had some chicken and noodles yesterday, some Parmesan chicken with some penne noodles this afternoon. It was really good, really tasty. And that nuke is actually going south for this position, going after the T3 land headquarters here in the west, and essentially denying Puck Jr. T3 forces. There is an SMD, and it is not loaded, so great grab for him, taking out stuff without losing the the mass and energy used to build the nuke. There's a lot of forces here that are moving, but that's not really a huge concern. There is a Monkey Lord to the north, so they do have some attack power. But T3 Mechs are going to go down, SMD is going to go down, and the T3 headquarters should also go down. Pigeons will stay alive, which will be a plus here for Puck Jr., but still loses access to T3 Tech, have to rebuild up to that. Was that his only facility? Oh, there's one over there. I think that's his only facility right there. So Puck Jr. kind of out of the land game. Wasab just running around the middle, going after that Colossus. 3 chickens now on the front lines. The Awasab heavily damaged. Don't turn south. Don't turn south. Oh, no. He wanted to bomb the Colossus as well, but we'll just land mass on Team 2's doorstep and to the highest prayer. Probably not the best dude you throw these. Yes, the Awasas away. 2 bombs, says Scuzz. 2 bombs is not a lot for Awasas. There really isn't. And now he could just take the Harbingers and scoop them up. But sorry, I didn't see it. I need to sleep. Start Yolana. Yes, start Yolana. Somebody says, love me some rice. And laser going on the cards here for Akbuk. Very interesting. He has, of course, loading that. Another nuke. How is the nuke that's going on down south? 2 nukes. Yes, 2 nukes, and he's spamming up T3 AA defenses as well as T2 defenses in terms of PD. The vacuum arms of those Colossus are getting work done. Lots of Titans and lots of Perseus, very vulnerable to that. Pretty much every unit is vulnerable to that. We have T1 bomber spam going after these chickens. Chickens are pretty well tight, which means that those bombs will get some AoE splash damage on the other chicken, just barely. But takes a decent hit, dropping at about 10,000 hit points, but a lot of them get killed up to all of that flak, which the chicken, AA, not great. It's not great. I don't know what people say, it's just not great. But, again, 1,000 of anything will kill anything. And 4 chickens versus 2 Colossus. This Colossus needs to come and assist. These chickens will rip through these Colossus. And they're getting a nice attack on it. The chickens are attacking at range. The Colossus have to move just slightly. And now the force is coming in to assist from Team 1's Love Me Some Rice with a Fat Boy. That first Colossus is going to die almost before the first chicken dies. There it goes. He is DED. And this first chicken will actually fall back in the face of all those Harbingers. But it's taking a lot of damage. The Harbingers are chasing it down. The second Colossus is down. The first chicken, sub 6,000, sub 5,000, sub... the Harbingers are trying to catch up. It's not enough. Team 2 gains the middle of the map. We have engineers scooping up that reclaim from that wreck. Who is going to build the YOLO? YOLO. Oh, someone's gating in. Hold on. There it is. It is a SACU engineer preset with the going after some P-gens. We have some T2, T1 East. Very interesting. He's going to blow those up. That'd be interesting, but gets reclaimed immediately. That's a very interesting strategy. Haven't seen that before. Going after P-gens. T1 bomber is going to start being spammed up to deal with that. And we have a T3 artillery in the form of a Hovatham being throwing as some plasma at the enemy. Nuke in the middle of the map going after those chickens. Takes out one of them. And definitely will hamper Team 1's offensive measures there. Looks like a lot of T3 units were killed off as well. And that was the Aeon Nuke. And a second one, so technically a third one in the clip before anything was fired, is going to load. I don't see any air grids. There is an emissary started here for Team 2's Belleron. I don't see much of anything else. Artillery landing in the west. Not really worth it. You could be taking out the air group. But in the rear, we have Ogpuck running around. Teleporter and Laser gets the T3 air headquarters. Will he get it? The Laser's kind of missing targets. It's not dead yet. It's not dead yet. P-Gen kills it off. He's teleporting away. He's already half done. Getting away. Great teleport. Good thing I was commenting about the fact that the artillery is not going after that position. And he will take some hit point damage. He's dropping, I think, into the yellow. And he's getting about... He'll probably get out with about half his hit points. The transport goes down and dies off to that. But now the artillery is focused on the nukage facility here. Lots of shields. There's a second emissary being built by Team 2. And the Aeon shields, I was told, were actually not as bad as I thought they were. So, a shield, again, it's more about use cases. It's like what shield would be good in what scenario. But not a lot of shields here for Team 2. Oh, it's gotta hurt. Takes out some PD. Does not hit the P-Gens, though, so that's a lucky shot on that. The Shield of Light, though, is almost down. Artillery landing over here. Don't know why that shot was so wide. Is it the only artillery for Team 1? I think it is. I think it's the only artillery. Of course, it does fire very quickly because it has those 4 T3 P-Gens assisting it. Shields going back online. More shields being built here by Yoji. The nuke still online. Almost about to load a third one. Well, I think it could be a fifth one because it's fired 2. And one landed. Also, oh, excuse me. Kaboom! We have Colossus pushing the middle of the map. We do have a crab going after this lone Colossus to the south, and chickens being used to defend against these 2 eastern Colossus. Team 1's Ogpuck and Lovely Surmise have done a great job with a bunch of forces. They'll also have, of course, engineers coming in to assist pretty soon. Nuke going to launch right here, going to kill off at least 1 chicken, but 2 chickens severely damaged. Even if they both die, this Colossus is not going anywhere. This thing is going to die. It might get some veterancy, but it's not going to survive. Those ion storms are going to kill it off very quickly. And there it goes. Colossus in the west dies as well. And if he shot the nuke to kill the mass, that's one thing. I think this chicken might survive. Oh, yep. It's 65,000 hit points. Yeah, that sounds about right. 65,000 hit points. And lots of mass was burned away. You can see the difference. 2,000 mass versus 14,000 mass due to the closeness, of course, of the nuke. And someone was building YOLO. Don't know who's building it, but that's a P-Gen. Who's building YOLO? Another nuke launching here for Team 1 this time. That's the only one loaded. Where is this one going? It's going in the rear for outlying T3 facilities. A quantum gateway established here. Artillery being built here by Team 2 as well. You know, when half of your air grid goes down, it's yeah, about half goes down. You got to fight back in another way. Emissary in the green, and the emissary online here for Team 2's Yoji. What is that targeting, I wonder? Probably the nuke for Team 1 would be most likely. Or you're not going to break this shielding with 1 emissary, so you're probably going to go after this. Another artillery online for Team 1 in the form of another Hovertham. Though Ogpuck not going for disruptors, going for Seraphim tech. We see, we see Maver. Love to see that for Team 1. 44 minutes in this game. Laser on the cards. We see not teleport yet for Wetman. Again, still 4v4 at 44 minutes in this game. Artillery now focusing around the emissary. Again, 2 artillery versus 1. Not really the side of things you want to be on. And Team 2's artillery is focused on this position, which isn't, again, the best thing. I feel like this one would be a lot easier to cut through. There's a lot of assistance here. They're building another... they're probably building another Hovertham. Shields recharging decently quick due to the huge assistance coming out here from Wisteria's engineers. But, you know, the emissary does have a secondary pulse effect, so it really churns through shields pretty quickly. But those Hoverthams, you know, they got to hit. they gotta, you know, actually hit the mark. And when they don't, it kind of sucks. But it does look like they've changed up and going after the west, unless that's a... They just changed targets? I think they've just changed targets. That's... They were breaking the shields over here, but I guess not. They're going after something else. No, I only see the 1 artillery. Okay, that's their second one. It confuses me because I see all this nonsense in the middle. And more P-gens. Puck doesn't look like he's going to teleport again. I think that was his one and only teleport. He knows if he uses it again, defenses have already been built. The nuke does land down here. Kaboom! Takes out those quantum gateways here. And oh, now they're targeting this position. Looks like they're going after the secondary. Oh, no, taking out the SMD. Ooh, that's going to be deadly here for Team 2. The nuke is not loaded, but they want it killed, which, you know, that's not that bad. Preemptive measures. The shields are falling around the SMD, though, and the comm, but it's not going that well. Shot down there, but now there's 2 emissaries firing, and that will definitely assist Team 2 with going after the Avathams back there. I think they're both targeting the air grid back here and the, of course, the additional Avathams, but the shields are still holding. I do like the massive amounts of assistance. I would like to see, you know, 8 or 9 more shields at a minimum, especially maybe one right here, one right here. There is one over here, so that's good to see, but maybe one over here, one over here. There is a pigeon that's severely damaged, but should be fine, and maybe one over here. And you want overlapping fields of shields. You don't want multiple shields taking the hit at the same time, but you also want overlapping coverage, so it's kind of hard. But there is a push on Team 1 side of thing. The nuke launching very close point defense nukes here for Team 2's Yoji. There is a force inbound, and he goes, I need to use that. It is inbound. Gotta get out of dodge. Those crabs are just going to sit there and probably take it for the most part. Stop telling me about the mass fabs. There it goes. Kaboom. Takes out all of the T3 forces, and the crabs are still fine. There is a fully healed Colossus, full ups Colossus nearby, but unfortunately... Oh, and I think the chicken eventually died. But it does look like the crab is going to be able to walk forward and hit a Colossus. Team 1 has pushed a decent amount forward in the middle. And, of course, we do have the Mavor being built. I think maybe there's some artillery. Yep, artillery is targeting the Mavor. Some more shielding here for Team 1's game ender of a Mavor. I don't know if anyone else is building anything else. I see artillery, so 3 artillery here for Team 2. 2 artillery for Team 1. Actually, 3, I think, almost at this point. I don't see any game enders. Again, nukes, if you have 30 of those, that could be a game ender, but only a couple of them isn't really a whole lot. Push in the south. We have 3 monkeys and a crab. Another nuke is inbound, going for what? What's it going for? It's coming out from Team 1, and it's going for this position. The SMD has been killed off. This base for Velarone is going to go up in smokes. 48 minutes in this game, and it's not going to feel good. Unfortunately, the artillery was just enough. There is now 3 artillery online for Team 1. 4th one almost done. 2 and 3. That might have been the straw that broke the camel's back. And there it goes. Artillery needs to stop firing on this and target something else. Velarone, I don't know if he... No, he's probably in the blast radius. And there it is. Kaboom. No, he's fine. Look at that. Just sings a little bit. The shield took a hit. That's it. But the emissary is down. And everything is down in this base, essentially knocking him out of the game for at least a little bit. He can come back. We do see monkeys had at it. All the monkeys are dead. The crab left standing. Another monkey about to come off the assembly line. Luckily here for Team 2's Puck Jr. But unfortunately, I don't think it's going to be enough due to the firepower of the brick wall over here. T3 headquarters going down once again. I would like to see that crab target either the monkey or the pigeon. Would have liked to see the the pigeon first to blow that up. Get some hit point damage on the monkey. But it does look like emissary fire now focusing on to these Havathams. There is, of course, a 4th one being built. Okpuk assisting the shield himself personally. Which himself personally does mean the same thing. But why not say it both ways? How is the Mavor going? Well, it's a little bit under half done, but it does look like it's lost a lot of its support. A lot of the structure around him were destroyed. So he's going to have to slow it down for some more, building up the defenses. Now the emissary for Team 2's Yoji is just going to take a hit. And the second emissary back here. It is far enough away where this one being attacked is not going to affect that one, but pigeons are dying as we speak, blowing up, taking out hit points. There is an Awasa. Keep correcting myself there. It's going to be a nice bomb. I don't think there's a lot of AA in the area. But this is going to hurt a lot. Takes out a huge, and they walk into it too. So, it takes out a ton of bricks. Killed off 33,000 mass. Gets 1 rank in veterancy already. Emissary still online, just barely, but in the rear. This thing is almost done, but we have artillery fire targeting the one in the rear as well. Oh, shots are going wild. Team 2's Yoji getting very lucky in that regard. But it's not going well. And artillery is really wild. But we have crabs in the middle being attacked by that. Colossus looks like they took out the one to the east. They've repped up. Unless it's a new... Oh, no, they're new ones. Never mind. There's a chicken in the rear as well. But the emissary gets finished. And shields are spamming up as we speak. Very lucky that the thing did not die off. A lot of ASFs protecting this. Awasa. Honestly, the base for Puck Jr. is gone. He's knocked out of this game. He has some mass. He might as well donate all of his mass to somebody else and micro some, like he can micro the Air Forces or something. Just so that he's still in the game, he's still doing stuff, but he's not producing realistically anything. He has 1 Monkey Lord and 1 facility. Not really a whole lot, especially at 51 minutes in this game. Artillery fire constantly landing against both teams. Team 1 now has a 4th of a Hovatham? I think it's Hovatham. And the 5th one being built in the rear, and then the 6th one after that. So forget Game Ender artillery in the form of Mavors. Just build, 4 or 5 T3 artillery and call it good. This thing is still online. Has taken a lot of damage though, and the shields around it are falling pretty quickly. Again, with only 2 artillery firing back against 4, it's not really where you want to be at. And Team 2 trying to get back into the game with P-Gens. There is an artillery down here, of course, but the combined artillery has not been enough to really puncture any of the shields. It's starting to do a little bit of work here in the middle, but more shields are being built up pretty quickly and being replaced. Don't see a lot of damage as well, so a lot of assistance protecting it. Shields popping back online in a second. A 3rd Hovatham is being built. How's the one back here? This one is almost done. The 5th one got built real quick. That is going to be a lot of firepower here for Team 1 at 52 minutes in this game. And they are just surrounding Yoji, not letting him breathe for a second. Nuke launcher at 3 nukes in the clip. How many SMD? There are 3. Can't go after him. How's this position? Oh, you can go after Team 1's Love Me Some Rice. That is an opportunity. And the the Mavor is at 52 out of 8,000. We do have the Awasa running around over here to the east. Shields are starting to collapse. You can see them breaking through a little bit. Target SMD, says Okpuck. That is definitely a good idea. That's the only SMD. And honestly, to be fair, that SMD does not cover everything. And I don't think he could... Hold on, let's see. Could you... No, I mean, you can maybe edge some of the shields out, but it wouldn't be worth it. We do see a chicken running around, but a chicken on the front lines. If you avoid all the PD and the Colossus, you could get after one of the emissaries at least. Lots of shields. A lot of them are going down, though. One shield has collapsed. The emitters have been destroyed. They're coming back online, but starting to not feel good here on this eastern side here for Team 2. They are launching counterattacks in the west, but not really doing a whole lot. A lot of T2 flak is being spammed up to deter that incoming firepower. But ASF's in preparation for that Awasa, and it's going to go straight for the base here for Okpuck. 53 minutes. But the shields are pretty strong, though. He should be fine. Going to impact the shields. Takes out an emitter, and that's about it. And it's going to go straight into the rear. Where are the ASFs here for Team 1? Well, they are running around trying to deal with the ASFs from Team 2. They've dealt a decent jump, but the ASFs are turning around and going straight for that bomber. It drops another bomb, but it's impacting the shields. Oh, and it even drops right here in the air against a ASF. But the crash land does kill off a artillery with the assistance of probably some artillery from Team 2. Wisteria says no, essentially. But Nuke's launching here is the SMD taken out. The SMD is gone. That is very deadly here for Okpuk, but he's got to get himself out of there. The nuke launching needs to launch immediately. Essentially, he's just going to teleport. He's going to teleport because that's going to be faster for him to move. Will he make it out? The nuke is inbound. Artillery landing all around this position down here. Nuke just going to go straight for it. The SMD is down. So both SMDs are down. Another nuke launching here for Team 2's Yoji. And this nuke, will the comm make it out? The nuke is inbound. Actually, it's not. Looks like it was shot down by this SMD over here. So great grab. He doesn't have to teleport. He's like, whew, that was close. Did lose a artillery piece. Oh no, the second nuke is inbound. Oh, he should have just teleported anyways, but I think the SMD is good. He's gonna arc it a little bit more over to the west a little bit. And the artillery raining in. Gonna land, takes out all this. Kaboom. Kills all that off. P-Gen's going down. Shield's going down. Looks like it is the beginning and the end for Team 2. Once this artillery position fell, I feel like that is going to realistically be it. The nuke is inbound. Going to go for that last artillery. The artillery for Team 1's Okpuk did end up getting killed off. At this point, it doesn't really matter. Those look like the nuke is going to be able to hit something down here. Would not have hit the comm up here, though, due to the secondary coverage by this Guardian SMD. But Okpuk being being bombed at. Love and hate this game, says Wisteria. Go Tally, GG, SMD radius. Oh, SMD radius. Those look like the Awasa is inbound for the comm directly. 15,000 hit points. And he's just going to say, see ya! He teleports into this base, going after the P-Gen's going to explode this air grid pretty quickly. And he might just go for that last artillery. Shields are going to go down. P-Gens are going to go down. He's going to move into PD range, but honestly, he'll be like, nope, not going that way again. More PD being established to defend himself. Taking out more and more P-Gens, going after that artillery. The artillery is down. The T3 air headquarters is down. I don't think he'll make it out alive, but he assassinated everything else he wanted to. He is dead here. The second casualty here. Second casualty on Team 2. Third overall, 56 minutes in this game. Ale Motola gets the kill confirmation, but the Mavor has now been completed. And honestly, that might just be game, as I mentioned. No, the nuke launcher did survive and is going after this position. Unfortunately, it will cross the path of that SMD, so he's going to be fine there. More artillery is just the name of the game here in the Northwest. Most things get transferred over to Wisteria. Actually, love me some rice, but some things get transferred over to Wisteria after that. Artillery focusing the comm directly for Bellarone. Oh, lands, takes out a decent amount of his shields. That is the Mavor shot, actually. That's why I did so much damage. Oh, that's gonna... Oh, there's the Mavor shot, taking out some more P-Gens. He's got to move. That was a lucky shot by the Mavor. I don't know if he'll get another one of those. Oh, that was... He would have died if he didn't move. Look at that. Look at the yellow dots traversing the map. And Team 2 built a secondary one. Looks like it was just just recently. I have 6 arties. Dance, monkey, dance. Does he really have 6? Team Yoji does recall from the battle. He does have 6 with the based Team 1 with the Mavor. And that is victory here for Team 1 at 57 minutes in this game. Please let me know down in the comments what you thought of the match. Hit that like button. Hit that sub button. Hit the share button to share it with anyone and anyone. And again, let's go into trophies for this game for MVP/MUP. That might be the same person. That might be different people. I might just not award both. Who knows? In terms of underrated player, let's see. We have an 1100. We have a 1200. We have a 1300. I mean, Wisteria May did a great job here with all of the artillery. Definitely was the powerhouse for the most part in terms of the late stage of the game. The mid to a little bit of the late was definitely Okpuk for his team with that nuke launcher, of course, taking out this position and the other nuke launcher. Team 2's Yoji kept it in the game with his own nuke launcher and, of course, his own artillery. So I feel like MUP, or Most Underrated Player of the Game Award, goes to the airplay of Wisteria May. He didn't do super great with his Awasaws, But to be fair, he did, he did a great job with his artillery, so he could do a little bit better with those bombers. But for the most part, I think he could probably go at least 15, maybe 16. I'd say at least 15 at the minimum. And an MVP, I don't know. Teleport by Ocpuck again. The artillery down here didn't really matter, to be fair. You should have just thrown it here. That would have been funnier to watch, taking out the nuke launcher. I don't think there's really one MVP or like one person that did the best. I think we'll just leave it as the Mupp Award goes to Wisteria May. Let me know down in the comments if you think so or not. If you agree, if you don't agree, that sort of thing, let me know. I'd love to hear from everyone. Please go comment. Thank you so much for watching to the end of the video. And also a shout out, go check out yesterday's video as well. Because why not? Why not watch another one? And I will see all of you in the next one.